Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Greetings to you all from Reason Together TV. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, according to your time and wherever you are watching us from. If this is your first time of coming across this channel, please enable to hit the red subscribe button down below and also the bell icon for notification so that whenever I upload a new video, you will always be the first person to be notified. This case that you are about to watch is a case of breach of contract. Please stay tuned while the defendant and the complainant make their statement for peaceful resolution until I come your way next time. Remain blessed and bye for now. Ciao.
That's it. Thank you for being working with us. Good afternoon, ma'am. You take off that thing so you speak up. Let's hear you out.
Okay. I He introduced me to Mr. Ola that he does furnitures, and I gave him a lot of furnitures to do.
You
So
say,
he introduced me to Mr. Ola.
who
That's
introduced you to him?
my sister because they live in the same area.
Okay.
So I gave him the furnitures to make for me. Then when I started initially, I like paying upfront,
Yeah.
just like to pay for everything. So when he was in the furniture and everything, where like everything was going on well. So he made the first bed, and he was like, "When do I bring your bed?" I was like, "No, let me come and check what you've made before bringing them." So when I got there, I got some little complaints, and he fixed it. It was like I said, "This is not I asked you not to do this, and I asked you not to do that." He fixed them. The ironing table, there was a little complaint, but something I can manage. There's something that will be in the room. I didn't mind and everything. So continued with the chair. So when he made the chair, he sent me text. I was like, look at it. I said, okay, great, I'll come and see them before bringing them to the house. This has been since end of January, February. So when I got there, I was like, Ola, this is not what I asked you to make, because I gave him sample of what to make. He started giving me excuses. He was even calling people there. It's you I gave this thing to make. He now turned. He said, he's not the one that made it, that is somebody else. I said, but I gave you these chairs to make. So I mean, this is not, and one, this is not the color I wanted, and everything. We argued and argued and argued. So he said, okay, that he was going to fix it. And then, so later I said, Madam, I know if you fix it, it's not people's choice. I said, well, I don't go with people's choice. It's what I want that I want you to make. So then we got into argument. I left him. Then for the dining table, I went to the dining table. He gave me brown couch, which I have the sample of what I gave him to make. He was even the person that brought the catalog for me. I chose that one and I asked him, can you do this? He said yes. I said, please, if you can do it, let us don't bother to go through that. He was like, no, I will do hard. I said, okay. So I gave him and I paid him everything at once. So when I paid him the whole money, he started doing it. Then when I came to see the chair, the couch, no, he sent me the picture. So I was like, is this what I asked you to make? He was like, waiting there for, no be waiting there for picture. You go see. When you come, no be as it be before brand. So I said, okay, so I went there. When I got there, I saw entirely a different thing from what I asked him to make. I was like, oh, like, this is not the chair. He started arguing. He was being aggressive. So at the end of the day, I now asked him, where is the table? The chair was a coffee color table chair, and the table was black. So I was like, is it? He said yes, and he was going to ask me if he would change the color. I said, but this is not what I asked you to make. Then we started going back and forth. So I was like, Ola, you know what? That the best thing is that for this chair, I do not want the chair. Then for the dining table, this too, because this is not what I gave you from what we agreed. Initially, it was like, okay, the thing that will happen is I'll look for somebody to buy them. But my problem is not is people's choice. I said, Ola, I am not ready to start selling all. I don't want us to, I didn't plan to sell these chairs. That what I planned, if you had done what I asked you to do, I don't think we'll go through all this back and forth. It was like, I'll look for buyer anytime I see buyer. So I said, I need to replace chair. I got a new place. I need to make another chair. So I need my balance. He was like, well, anytime I sell, I will try as much as possible. I'm expecting this. I'm expecting this money. I said, okay. Then for the dining table, it was like, I will try to that somebody wants dining table. That when they come, that was when he now made a comment. He said, then a person reject this dining table. So I just say you could like her. I make me give me. I said, but that was not what I asked you to make. So we now went. I was calling him all the time. Anytime I call him, he's not around, he's not in town, he's not this. I got worried because I needed my money to replace my chairs. So I now went to, I was talking to one girl, so she was like, you can talk to one counselor. So I went to report to the counselor. So the counselor was like, okay, you should come to my office, and I invited him. So he got there. What he was saying is that, hey, it's not people's choice, blah, blah, blah. I explained to the guy everything that transpired and everything. So the guy was like, this thing that transpired, you have to pay this woman. Because, I mean, this is not because they saw the pictures, this is not what you people agreed. So you have to pay. He said that he will pay, but he's not telling you. He doesn't have money and he hasn't sold the chair. That is anytime he sells the chair. So I now said, so you mean I will just sit down and wait until you sell the chair? So after going back and forth, he now called me one day that he wants to give me 50,000 from the
Total amount.
dining chair, that he's going to give me 50,000. So I was like, I made it clear to him. I was like, the chair is the dining table is 60,000. He said, I know they give you the 10,000 naira with on top. Because now the 10,000 naira I take fix am for who I sell and go give. So forget the 10,000 naira. I was like, make I forget my money. He said yes. I said, well, don't worry, that me, I can't be going back and forth with you every time we're arguing about this thing. So I went back, I told the guy, the woman and the counselor. The counselor was like, he will call him. When the guy called him, he was saying he came to the house and he never discussed like any little thing. He would change the whole story. He lies a lot. So I now said, so the last time I now called him, I was on my way looking for people that would buy the chairs too because I need my money. So I was telling people. So one of my sister's friends said she wanted the chair that I should bring, let her see. So I called her. I was like, that there's somebody that is interested in this chair. That she said she might buy two out of it, bring it to the house. So he said, okay. So he brought the chair. Immediately he brought the chair, there was stains. The chair was looking so like used chairs. So my sister was like, this chair gets stain. He said, you don't get any stain, and so it be. My sister said, well, now they try sell chair and you're making the chair look like this. He said, concern. He said something to my sister, Sha. Then at the end of the day, I took the chair to the girl. The girl saw the chair. The girl was like, no, this is not this is an old chair that she's not taking. That it came with a lot of stains. I said, okay. I didn't force her. So I left. When I came back, I called on that because we agreed that if they don't buy, I said, let me go and show her that if she doesn't buy, we'll bring it back. And he agreed. It was an agreement between the two of us. So I called Ola. I told him that, look at it, that they didn't agree. What he told me on the phone is, when they come carry the remaining chairs. So I was like, is it because I've taken these chairs? Ola, they owe me, you have to pay me because I need my other chairs. He said, well, that one concerned you. Wait till they look for this money. You will see them. If you don't take care, your head will enter inside. I was like, for my own money, for my own money. So we're going back and forth. Then at the end of the day, he said, well, do what you want to. Carry me go anywhere where you want carry me go. After you don't carry me go other places, I ready to follow you. But for that one, I know they owe you. Any year, even if not 20 years, I pay. I take am, I will pay you. So I said, my head will enter my property. I mean, Allah, I pay you
So
all
what
your
happened?
money.
So what happened?
So that was the last conversation. He told me that he wasn't going to pay. Meanwhile, before then, anytime I call him to come and carry the chair, he would tell me, I go outside work. I go outside work. That's what he's been telling me. So one day, unfortunately for him, I was behind him. I saw him on top of Okada driving. So he was on top of Okada. So I was behind him. So I now called him. I called him quickly. I said, Ola, how far? He said, I tell you, sir, no day town. That's to bring back the chair to him. I said, you know, day town. When you go come back, he said, if it be 1 month, if it be 2 months, I get work outside. I know they come Lagos again. So I said, okay. So I went back home. That was when I called him. I said, I just saw you at Abula Duna. Why are you lying? That was when he started telling me, do what you want to do. Now people will get money, they win case. I know they give you. He still mentioned that thing, that your head will enter inside. That was when I told my sister. My sister now screamed, now said no, that this is getting out of point. That we have to go to woman rights. Meanwhile, before then, I've even come up with like, we can make a payment plan. I'm ready to work with you. So that even if every month you give me something, at least assure me that you pay me. But you won't hold my money and tell me do what you want to do. I be afar. Your head will enter inside. Anywhere where you want carry me go, you go. You go anywhere where you want carry me go. I ready to follow you. So I said, okay. That was actually where I got him here because I need my money. I want my money. He owes me.
So do you have the what you requested for and a picture of what you made and what you requested
Yes, I
for?
do. I do
Can
because
I
what?
have a look at it?
Yeah, it's on my phone.
You are done, I guess.
Yeah, because what I even noticed is in the conversation we've been having on
Bring
this.
that phone, please. I want to know something.
Okay, I think I gave it to my brother, please. Two phones are you. I don't. So, my two phones, please. Thank you.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so what did I even say? So at the end of the day, he's not ready to pay me. I need my money to make like right now. I rented a house. I don't have chairs there. I don't have chairs. There are two chairs and two stools. They are with me. The agreement we had. Okay, carry go if they don't we carry and come back. He was telling me, I don't get away house. So I don't get away house. So can't carry your chair. I know anything where you want like make you do. I dey follow you. I dey ready to follow you go anywhere. I said no wahala. So it was when I even called. This the guy, this counselor that I called. I tried to settle. The guy
Let me see
said,
the picture.
"Okay, ma." Let's take a picture of it when we get in there. This is what I asked him to make. This is what I exactly like this.
The picture is not clear.
That's what because my except if I bring it out from here because I tried to take the picture from here. Stop taking the picture like this. This one clear.
Is it with wood or with iron?
With wood. Exactly like that. With the I specifically told him about the carve behind and I asked him, can you he said yes I can do it now. Now simple work, now woodwork, you know hard.
Don't you think this thing is supposed to be an iron?
No, it's not iron, it's wood.
Let me see the one he did.
Okay. It's that. Let me show you. It's just a lot here. Because this was when I went to his workshop. So from here, we are all working it.
Will you people agree on this fabric?
No.
That's what he told me. He said he don't want the clothes. I should use this clothes as a sample. And now when I reached home,
I showed you this.
Yeah,
You showed me.
that is the clothes you told me to do. Because of the cotton you want to put there. He told me you didn't want the clothes as on the body of the shirt. That's what he told me. Don't disagree with that clothes. That's what you want. That's your choice.
But the finishing of this chair, is it how what I'm saying I saw now and what you are finished here? Is it how the chair you saw, is it how the finishing
She
is?
told me that I didn't get
I'm
it.
talking about finishing.
Yes.
I'm talking about
Yes, that is the
finishing.
finishing that is there.
Mr. Man, please don't go there. Don't go there. You can see that the finishing is very rough and bad.
It's just because you are seeing in picture like
It is not about picture. This is very, very clear, sir.
yes, she said
Yes.
you don't want it. No problem.
Hold on. Give us your own statements. I don't need to judge you until I listen from it from you. Let's hear what happened.
Ma,
Sir,
please let me
yes.
show you the dining table first before we start.
No, we have settled
No.
with the dining. We have
Okay.
settled with the dining. See, madam, good afternoon. I've
Absolutely.
been working with her sister and one of her sister tenants, which is at I forget her name. So that is where we met. So she called me. She see a lot of work I'm doing for them. I didn't have any issue with them. She called me that she want bed, 2 6 by 6, dress mirror, two bedside and other cabinets. Are you getting me? And I gave her a week. After a week, I called before a week, I called her that until I finish your job. She said that she'll come and confirm it. Once she confirmed it. She tell me that if I do the bed well, she will give me dining and the share. When she came, she confirmed it and love it, and it was lovely to her.
That is the bed.
Yeah, the bed, and she correct some error that I put. She want me to correct. I said no problem. We agree and we settled that one. She paid me my balance on that. That day I took four catalogs to her that make she choose share. She said she don't want anyone from that catalog. That she will go and pick share from net. I said no problem. When she showed me the net, she showed me the share. She said, "Can I do this?" I said, "I can do it." Are you getting me? To cut the matter short, when I finished the share, she didn't come with when we are agreeing. When on the processing of the share, I used to snap it and send to her. Auntie, see what I'm doing, see what I'm doing. She said no problem, I should go ahead. Are you getting me? When I finished the share and the dining, she carried one brother come. It's that brother that said all what I did is wrong. It's not what they want for that house. It's not the house choice. Because if I see the house, I will see the kind finishing that is in the house. How could I do this kind of work? I explained to auntie that she do modern share, but she refused. She told me this is what she wants. Are you getting me? So after the matter be like that, I say she took me to Honorable Ola that handled this case before. Honorable Ola say, okay, after all, this thing have happened. Madam, do you want this share? She said no, that I should refund her money. I say, auntie, but you will be patient with me. All this money I spent, I spent it for materials. Even the balance I'm expecting as my gain, I didn't have it anymore. But now the solution is to refund your money. Are you getting me? What do we do? That honorable told me that and I tell auntie say there is a man demanding for dining. Are you getting me? The man wanted to pay me 60,000 for dining, but not that her own choice. I have to spend another money to transform that dining to the person's choice. Are you getting me? Because that one is covered dining and glass on top, which will took me almost 25,000 to reform that dining to the person's choice. I told that man that please, I will not be able to reform 60,000 for that dining because I'm going to spend another money, but I will pay her 50,000 for that dining. That man say, okay, no problem. I should pay her that money. Please, I should. And the man he used to call me every time. So the next week, on that week, they call me for Kirikiri. For Kirikiri direct. Somebody called me for Kirikiri. I received the call. I say, sir, good afternoon. Say he's calling me from Kirikiri. That I'm waiting. My report came and my case came together. This is and I say, which kind? The case is under control before. How could somebody call me for Kirikiri again? Okay, he said I should explain what happened between me and her to him. I explained every down thing to the man. So the man now told me that I should go and meet him in house. Are you getting me, man? That the case is not case of arguments. We should go and settle the case and make it good. I went to her, I pleaded with her, said, auntie, I'm not running after you. Please, I will pay your money one after the other. Are you getting me, man? So the man, when I go to her, I beg her, she agreed. I said, auntie, I'm not running for you. How could you report me to somebody at Kirikiri? I'm not a criminal. Are you getting me? So I prayed with her. She accepted my apology that day. I left. After after 2 weeks, then the man that I'm expecting the dining money from send me that 60,000. 60,000. I called her for night. I said, auntie, send me your account number. Let me forward the money to you. He said, how much? I said, I'm not going to pay you 50,000. It's 60,000. I'm paying you 60,000 because I'm going to spend another money to transform your own to the person's choice. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
She sent me her account number. For that night, I do the transaction of 50,000. Are you getting me? That is where that one ends for dining matter. Are you getting me? Later, in 2 weeks' time, she called me that she has sent the picture of the share to her friend and she accepted the share. That if I bring two shares, because I'm sorry to before I come into that, When we calculate all the money that remain and minus the one that is balancing me, the money remain 155,000 naira to pay her. Are you getting me? That day she called me that Ola, 2 share and 2 stood, it will give us 70,000. Are you getting me? That I should bring the 2 share and the 2 stood, which is 70,000. I should bring it to her place. That she took it to her friend. That her friend has accepted to collect the share. Are you getting me? That the share the money that I should bring 70 that 2 share and 2 stood. After that time, I carry the share and the 2 stood to her house. Are you getting me? A week after that time, she called me again. She called me again that I should come and take back the share and the stood come back to shop. And that my place is not a place that you can keep goods for long. It is not warehouse, it's not company. Are you getting? It's an open place. We are just managing ourselves there. Are you getting me? I explained to aunty, say, aunty, keeping this share for long for outside, I've been changing the nylon from its body every day. It will be giving dirty on other things. And this share you choose is your choice, it's not people's choice. This dining now, I convert the dining and sold to the people. If to say this share is modern share, I could have done how many share after that time? I could have divided it to another person's choice and pay you your money. Are you getting me? She insisted. After last week, this oga now wey be Honourable Ola called me on phone, say, Ola, how are we getting to? I say, and oga, I'll pay madam for the money of the dining I sold. She called me and asked me to bring 2 share and 2 stood, that one of her friend demand for it, and the person, he has already sent the picture to the person, and the person tell me to bring the share and the stood. Okay, I say after then, madam call me back, I should come and pick the share and the stood. I now remind that Honourable Ola, say, sir, where I bought the cloth and other materials for the materials, immediately I bought the materials, if I carry the materials in the next 2 days that I want to return to them, will they collect it from my hand from machine? He said no. If she know that she don't want this share, how will she call me to come and bring it the share? That I should come back and take the share back to shop. The one in my shop, there is no space to hide it. Are you getting me?
I am getting you.
Yes.
But it's from that shop you took the chairs from.
Yes.
Excuse me, ma, can I say something?
Don't interrupt her, madam.
So after, the oga say, okay, what will happen is that how much I explained to the oga, say the share and the stood is 70,000 and I pay her 50,000. Everything is 120,000.
How much is the balance now?
The balance is 100 and if I minus that one from the balance,
The 50,000.
I know.
If you minus what?
50,000 I paid her. Is it the 50,000 I paid her?
The total money is how much?
It's 155,000.
155,000. You have given her 50,000.
Yes.
Remaining 105,000.
5,000.
So when are you returning her money?
I never get money because the share in my shop, everything in my shop, I've not sold anything yet. I still be looking for buyer before she asked me to come and bring the one in her shop in her house to come and keep it. I've been looking for buyer to buy the share.
Which ones are in your place?
The one that remain in my place now is 2 stood, 1 center table, and 2 share.
Madam, why did you return this center table?
Because it wasn't what I asked him to do.
Like
Because,
how?
yeah, let me ask. Like he was saying that I called him after 1 week. After 1 week that he came to, that he brought the chair to the house. This was the time, this is May 15th.
Before he brought those chairs to the house,
yes.
Did you first go to his workshop to look at the chairs?
Yes, I did. That was when I rejected it. So when
Okay, if you rejected it, how did he bring the chairs to your house and the chairs have to stay for 1 week before you called him?
He didn't say 1 week. That's what I'm saying. Look at the time I called him.
No, leave that. I'm just asking you a question that you need to
I
answer.
called him immediately. I did not call him.
Were you not at home when he brought the chairs?
I was at home. No.
Didn't you go to his workshop to see what he has made before you demand for the chair being delivered to your place?
I told him that he said that now that somebody wanted to buy the chair.
That you have sent the
Okay,
picture.
why don't you send the
You said that.
Excuse me. You called him
Yes.
that he should bring chairs to your place.
That
That a
somebody
friend of
will
yours,
agree.
excuse
Yes.
me,
Yes.
a friend of yours is interested in the chair,
Yes.
which you rejected.
The girl
Right?
said she wants to use it for
That
office.
you rejected. Why don't you ask the person to go to his workshop to go and have a look at the chair if she wants it first? Because you cannot have somebody bring chair, you have to pay transport to bring the chair. Is that how to be taking furniture from one office to another and you'll be returning? Can he carry one or two furnitures on his head?
Okay. I mean, that's fine. I mean, if that one that he doesn't want to pay, I've taken it. Because I called him right back. The agreement was that I was going to look for buyer. He will look for buyer. If we see anybody, if anybody comes from his side, that's fine. If anybody comes from my side, that's fine. We agreed. When the girl saw the chair, there's a lot of stains. Which when he even brought the chair to the house.
Excuse me, ma'am. The color you check is more or less like white. Just like I choose this orange, I must find a way to be maintaining this orange constantly. Anything bright color that have to do with fabric, you that chooses it is not the choice of so many people. Moreover, the environment in Nigeria, you cannot choose, depends on the kind of person. If you are a neat person, you may choose to buy even a white leather chair or even a white fabric, and you'll be able to maintain. But it's not so many people's choice, because you talk about kids, you talk about the maintenance, you talk about the environment where you are living, dust from windows and all that can easily stain the chair. So many, I can tell you that 70 to 80% of Nigerians will not go for a brighter chairs. Depends on where you are living. Where you are living and your own choice determine what you pick. Who lives in Lagos? Who lives in Lekki, Banana Island? Who lives in Ikeja, Egbeda, or maybe other outskirts of Lagos? You cannot compare these three places. So if you choose, the environment you are living determines what you should request first for. And if you request for a white color something or a brighter color, possibly where you are living, is a less dust-free area. And any other person that may want the design may not even want the color because of the bright color. Or some may even want the color, but they may not even want the design. Because that thing is not a general design. That is a selected design.
And the girl
a
that is buying
chair is not what single chairs it's not chairs that most people want, except single, maybe like a room and parlor something and whatever. People always want complete chairs, like 3-seater, 2-seater, and one single, or one or two singles. Depends on the accommodation they have. But if you just choose that kind of small things, it's like either you want to use it for office or you use it for a personal house, like based on your apartment.
That's what the girl is using it for. She opened an office, her own office.
But before somebody comes to discourage you, you first went there and you liked it. Then a man went there and said that is not what you want.
He's in the car. He's in the car right now. He's my kid. He's my nephew. He's not a man. He's my nephew. He's in the car.
A nephew, is it not a man?
No, like what I mean is that he's a young boy. You understand? It's not even.
I was the one. A choice with a young boy?
No, he's not the one that gave me the. I mean, you saw what he built. The funny, that's not the fabric I selected.
No, hold on. Before the guy furniture builder, before a furniture the guy started building whatever for you, you're supposed to have settled first with the color he went to buy.
I did.
Did you see the color?
I didn't see when he bought it. That's the problem. Let me finish talking. I even asked him, why didn't you show me? Why didn't you show me the color? Okay, before you started using it? Let me finish talking.
Mommy, please, let me make a comment. When I came back from Mushin, I brought a sample to her that she wants the color with the combination of the cotton. Are you getting me, ma? That this sample I brought now is okay for her. That you should go and look for the color of the cotton. Before I start cutting the clothes, you didn't complain on that. Don't tell me you don't know about the fabric. Please, I'm sorry for that. You know about the fabric. Before, as the minute I bought the fabric, I took it to your place. You said you go and look for a combination of the cotton that is okay for you.
You took the fabric to her
place? Yes, she accepted that she will go and look for the cotton that will match the color. Are you getting that? Even if I want to go Mushin,
That is before you started.
before I
building the
start
share.
boughting the share, I'm serious, to be honest. God is my honest. Are you getting me, ma? I show her. She said that if I finish, she will send me to Mushin to go and buy the cotton that will combine with the color of the share.
So why didn't I send you?
Let's just, because we have other case to attend to.
Yeah, because there's a comment you made. You
Yeah,
understand? Because he stated here that for the fabric, that a guy came and discouraged me. You understand?
He said you first come to see
I
it.
did not.
And
That's not
somebody
true.
now said you don't
No,
want it.
that
But
is
you
not
saw
true.
the fabric.
I did not see the fabric.
No deny
She's
that.
selling
Please.
to God.
Please
I
don't
swear
deny
to
that.
God Almighty.
Ah,
Like,
this guy
I have
did
a
not
son
do
in
it.
the car.
Child.
He did not.
Why
That's
are you
how he
denying
lied.
what
How
you
long
did?
does it take this guy to build the fabric?
Fabric.
This is since we started this since February.
And you mean you have not cited anything this guy have bought as regards to your chair?
I sent phone everything to
You
you.
sent what?
I used to send it on WhatsApp to
Please
you.
bring it out.
Wait, it's not with me
No,
yet.
wait. Oh, no, you
And
have
see,
your phone. They just
see,
your
it's
phone.
somebody that if you are working with her, she wants everything. Before I start the work, immediately I buy this share, my colleagues call me say, this one wey you buy foam, buy cloth, buy this, you are sending to the owner. You better be careful for this kind of work, because work you have not done, the material is down, you are snapping all the material sent to the owner.
No, you
I
sent
said,
me this
I
thing.
said
Ola,
because
Ola,
wait,
make
let me
sure
come
the
in. I
thing-
didn't interrupt you. I said this person want to know about all what I bought because it is scared of money she gave me. Are you getting me? When somebody give you money, you want to see what you use the money for. Are you getting me? So that is why I snap everything and send to you. You say I should go ahead. I used to come to you. You say I should go ahead.
Please, can you bring your phone where you sent it? At least you came in here with a phone.
Oh, don't worry. I will. It's
No,
not
you
with
came
me
with
yet.
a phone.
It's not with me yet. It's not with me.
You came with a phone.
It's all right. Hold on. It's a very simple thing. The chairs are in your place, right?
It's not all.
Which
Two
one
of it is in my place and two stood with one center table.
is where?
Is in my shop. But two share and two stood is with her because she tell me that two four particular thing I took to her house is 70,000. That she have sent the picture to her friend. That her friend will take that one.
Okay.
Then the 50,000 I sent to her now, she will plus it with that 70,000.
So how much is remaining now?
The remaining money is started because she left some balance payment with me. That is why other things.
Balance payment with you, how?
Yes,
Or
she need to pay me 35,000.
And that kind of English you could tell
yes.
you left some balance with
Then now the one that is in my shop, if I sell it, I will minus the balance she's supposed to pay me.
How much is she supposed to balance?
She's supposed to balance me 35,000.
And how much are you supposed to balance her?
If I have to balance her, I will balance her 30,000.
30,000.
Plus 120,000 with the share she took for her hand now. So all the money total, because the agreement is with that Oga Ola wey dey handle the case before, it's 155,000. Are you getting me? I paid her 50,000 for dining, remain 105,000. After she called me that I should bring
Is it 50,000 that you charge me for the dining table?
I told dear we agree.
We agree. How can I lose money?
Please let me come in on that dining.
Madam, how much is this guy owing you?
The money he's owing me, look at it here.
Is how much?
Share, everything is 170,000. It was 220 until we now brought out this 170 and 50,000.
It's not that 120. There's a mirror inside. There's some other things inside that you took from it. Did you
Can
forget?
I finish? Yeah, I mean,
I have other case to attend to. The one you took, did you minus it? I don't have time for this kind of thing.
Minus 70,000 you took. Then minus 50,000 I sent to you. Then that is what we want to talk. Then the remaining one I will know how to go and refund you your money.
The ones you have collected from him, have you minus? The beds, the
bed is not here.
Have you collected any chairs from this guy?
Yes, that's that one.
How much is the one you've collected, madam?
Okay, the dining table and the dining table, the stool and the two chairs at 70,000.
Is that?
Yes.
Okay, then what?
Then I paid her 50,000 for the.
That is 120,000
out of 155,000.
No, it's not 155,000.
Why are you calculating the 10,000?
Why won't I calculate? How much did I pay you for chair?
You have explained already.
No, he
Did
will
I-
Excuse me,
No,
please.
madam.
Excuse me,
Yeah.
madam. You don't want to lose anything, but you want him to lose enough.
everything.
Okay, where is it though? Excuse me, ma. They don't do things that way, please, for crying out loud. To avoid all this kind of embarrassment, if you want a furniture in your house, quietly go to where they have ready mates. Buy it and go to your house.
Definitely, that's what
you get me.
Yeah, that's what I
And
will do.
don't do over management, because if something originally cost 50,000 and you are dragging to pay 20,000, and at the end of the day you will have rubbish delivered to you.
That's what happened.
Because they cannot steal to go and do that thing, especially when it comes to carpentry something. They have to buy the furniture. Consider the kind of wood they will buy to build your chair that you are not going to see. Consider the quality of fabric that they will buy to build your chair if you are not there. So to avoid this kind of stress on yourself, if you look at what is already built, buy and go to your house. Or you buy imported shoe or whatever. Or you go to warehouse and buy fairly used imported one that will save you stress of all this. If you have given him dining, that he converted dining to another person's shape of dining, there is no way I will pick a paper that, okay, this is what I built, and you are converting it again to another thing.
Okay,
that
fine.
You will not lose. You will either damage the thing or you will add more money to build what the person wants again.
No, excuse me.
This is practical.
Yeah, it's practical, I understand, but can you see the picture of the dining he made and the sample I gave him to make?
You are going back.
Are they the same?
They are not the same. They are not the same.
But
You
you are-
Okay,
you are-
but hold on, madam.
Yes,
Do you
sir.
know the best? The only way this thing can be sorted out is that you let those chairs for this guy. Whenever he sell them, you refund back your money. But I can see that he doesn't want trouble. That is why he have to convince another person to convert your dining to another dining to enable him sell it and give you your money. So for now, if the chairs are with him, please allow him to look for somebody that is interested. He will dispose it, give you your accurate money, even if he's losing. Because this is business transaction, and if business fail, both parties can never have a balanced equation. So you cannot demand for everything from the beginning to the end. I pay 1,000, so you must get 1,000 naira back. Now, he built the chair to make profits. The balance is not given to him. Then the money you give to him,
I'm not owing him. I paid him everything in full.
35,000 is
When?
the balance.
Wait, I gave him everything.
If you collect your work, you have to pay me 35,000. Until how could you pay balance without collecting your job?
How? Then why did it's me that refused the work?
You see lying.
Madam,
Why you lying?
Afa, let me tell you one thing.
Yes, ma'am.
They say one good turn deserve another. You were doing good to her sister.
No,
to
my
be
sister
honest.
even warned me. They are in the car there.
Okay,
They even told
where
me.
did you see this guy hard work
That's-
before you called him?
No, it's
Who
this thing he
introduced you
did.
to him?
That's why I said it's my sister. But when I started with
What
Ben,
link you with your sister?
he does like ceiling, like ceiling. He hasn't done like a furniture
See, let me
job.
explain to you.
And
ma.
I finished talking.
Let me explain to you, ma. Don't deny. There's one auntie like this auntie in that auntie and sister tenant. I work share, I work dining table, I did all the furniture for that auntie. She entered to that auntie house.
Sit down.
Are you getting me, ma? It's when she see all my handworks. Are you getting me? Before she can surrender herself to give me the job. I've been working over 15 years. I've not across this kind of challenges. And I've been trying to avoid this problem. That's why I'm struggling to look for
Now
money
look at the
to pay
table he
her.
made for me. Brown table and a black table.
She
and
may
a
I
brown
refund
chair.
the money. See,
You
don't want.
didn't
I've said
complete
it to another person.
No, look at.
I've confined it to
Does
another
this
person.
work? Black table and a brown chair.
It depends on his exposure.
Look
Things
at
that
this. Is this
have
what I
to do
asked
with for whatever.
This is what he
Depends
made for
on
me.
his exposure. At least you are complaining about the color,
Yeah.
but
It's
you are
not
not
even the
complaining
colour.
about the shape.
No, I did. Look at that's what I'm trying to tell
Madam,
you.
don't take me back again. I use heaven and earth begged you. Please, I want this case resolved as fast as possible. I have other important things to attend to.
Look at the shape I gave him.
There is no way. This is the shape you give to him in white. This is the same four corner.
I don't want it in white.
Okay, did you know
brown?
Yes.
And then check what he made.
There are so many. Let me tell you. We have coffee brown. We have light brown. We have chocolate brown. This thing behind you is brown. Depends on the kind of shade of brown that you want. You are complaining about brown. The ones you see there is brown, chocolate brown, not pure black, and it's brown. And if you did not specify the exact brand you talk about, there are so many shades of brown that he can even give you anything close to what is it called? To carton brown.
I'm not talking about, like, I don't have problem with the color.
Let's talk about the refund of the money. I'm not interested in all the color and the shape and all that. If you don't want a refund sum already and there is a balance already, so Ola, what is in your possession that you need to say a refund back and balance?
What happened is that our money to balance out is 30,000 now.
30,000.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, 35,000. I'm sorry.
35,000.
Yes, ma'am.
Then, when are you giving the money?
What happened is that I will try as much as possible.
Yeah.
To look for buyer for the other things. I'm not even though I don't see buyer before ending on this one, I will try to refund that. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
You see, I'm a simple somebody. I've been trying to avoid this problem because she's jumping from here and here. The day I'm scared is the day they call me from Kirikiri direct. Are you getting me?
Let's forget about the cricket. At least you don't enter cricket.
So now when we see, I will pay her the remaining 30,000.
35,000.
35,000. That is the money that left with me. I'm losing side though. I'm losing side because my balance collapsed. Everything collapsed. Are you getting me, man? I didn't gain any money from that job. And now since then I've been running out to avoid this problem. But she want to take me to any length. And I've been begging, I didn't have money for case. The money that I will use and feed my family is the one I'm looking for. I didn't get money for any case. Are you getting me, man? I've been begging her. Every day I go to her house, I plead with her. I've been pleading her. The last call she called me, she complained about. She started cursing my children. That is where I caught her call. I didn't call her since then. Are you getting me, man? But me, the one in my shop, I've been finding buyer to sell it. You still want me, the one you tell me that somebody wants to buy, to come and carry it and join the one in my shop. That is where I disagree. That is what took us here. We could have, in this case, we are not getting to this place. The one you agree that you are sent to somebody.
How long they have been with that?
That one now it has been like 2 weeks and like going to 2 weeks or 3 weeks now.
Why do you not want him to come and take the chair again after staying with you?
Is May 15th. I just told you the last time I had conversation with him. I took this chair that morning. I took it to the girl. You can confirm from the girl. She opened an office. You see stains. There's pictures she sent me.
It's cleanable. Is that not a fabric?
Let me show you.
I can tell you, hold on, madam. If it's
for the chair.
If it is stain, I can tell you what can remove stains because I am a white person. I do more of white. You understand? I will tell you what there are. What is it called? They sell even at Olowo here. You use for leather stain remover. You use for fabric stain remover. Yes. Once you buy it, you shake it and spray it. In as much as you want a brighter color of chairs in your house, either car or even your own house, you get that thing. If it's leather, you get it. Once you spray it, 2 seconds, that stain is off. No matter how thick is that stain, it goes off. And if it is fabric, you shake it and you spread it on it. Use other color, clean, brighter something to take it. It goes off from it. Except the person have no idea on how to maintain bright color fabric or leather. In that regard, I can help you in that aspect. So if that is the issue, tell your friend we'll have a stain remover on both fabric.
She said the finishing. I mean, you saw the finishing the first time. She complained about all that.
Oh God!
You saw the finishing about you saw the finishing. Then why will I lose my 10K?
Well, people can go to court
I spent 25,000. I'm only trying to be. I spent 25,000 to transform that dining you are complaining about. Mommy, I spent 25,000 to transfer that dining to the person's choice. You didn't complain about that before the person took that dining from me. Why are you complaining like this? And I called it that.
Don't talk to me like this.
Excuse
me, please.
Where is it? Let them bring whatever. You will sign on the taking to return her balance. and on or before the end of this month. I don't want that this case back here, but I don't want anybody to call you before you pay the money. As you state, on or before the end of this month, either you said the chair return back a balance, or as you said, even without you selling the chair, you try your best to return the back. Return. Bring undertaking lesson right so that I can close this case, please.
But I'm not owing him 35.
You said what?
He said I'm owing that I have balance. I don't have any balance with
You are owing me 35.
I do not have. I paid him all this
That day
money.
you came to my office. You told me that your balance 35,000 is in my car. That if the work is collected, you will pay me my balance 35,000. Now you deny. Can you pay mommy? Can somebody pay somebody 220,000 cash without receiving his job? Don't deny. See, God is our witness here. As we dey fall like this, God is our faith. Everything we say here, we are still going to meet God that will judge us. Are you getting me? I lose entirely. I didn't get any money from it. Don't deny that 35,000, please. That you came that day.
I paid you all your money. Even there was even one time
you paid me all my money.
I gave them hard currency. You said I paid him cash. All the money, everything he built for me is up to 500.
Is there any agreement?
There is no agreement. The money she paid.
Receipts?
No, the money she paid me is.
What is today?
She paid me dollars. I exchanged it to naira.
Don't bring that.
So don't let me explain how everything is done. So please don't bring any that one out.
I'm not owing you.
I
paid everything.
You paid me everything for the share.
I'm not owing you. I'm not owing you.
The undertaking is being written.
I
just want to advise you, sir.
I'm not owing you.
Any transaction you want to make is very kind. Make sure it's being written down. Is it
And
that you did not give
side.
her quotation?
I gave her quotation. See, once mistake
It is just an advice.
Now, see, I'm sorry, man. I'm taking that advice. See, when person is working on one road every day, if there is not something that for the person will not learn from that road. Are you getting me? I'm be passing this road over 15 years. I never across this kind of challenges. Are you getting me? But now I learned a lot of lessons from her, which it will not occur again. Please, I correct myself because I used to look back home for where I come from. That's why I used to, whether I do job, I get gain or I don't get in, I set my defeat. I didn't allow any issue like this. But I've been trying to quench the rain, to quench the fire. But she want to go any length. I've been begging her, I didn't have money for case. Please. That is why I transformed that down into another person to pay her money. Even my colleagues, I know my colleagues them that we can't pay this kind of money. But for peace to reign, so that if I see you tomorrow, I greet you. You greet me too. That's why I'm looking for the money to pay you. Please.
You know, if
you're not coming up that I'm owing you 35K.
Write your name, your address, and you write your undertaking that you are to pay her balance of so amount of money on or before the end of this month. Whether even if you dispose the chair or you did not sell her chair, you will pay her money between the end of this month. Good afternoon, ma'am. Well done. Thank you.
Excuse me, ma'am. I'm not owing him any 35,000. He won't reduce my money from nowhere. He won't come and cut my money.
You know, it's your word against his word. We have the right to believe you. We have the right to believe him. So since both of you, excuse me, ma'am, since there have never been any contract paper between you and him that can view in this office, I cannot believe you, neither believe him. I'm only going to take my decision based on my own understanding. If you come to this office, this is the quotation he gave to me. This is the transfer I made to him. Then I can judge. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Then I can judge based on that. But there was no quotation given to you that stated is 220,000. There was no receipt issued to you by him that he acknowledged the sum of 220,000 from you. So how am I going to believe you? How am I going to believe him? It's both words against each other. I'm only trying to resolve it based on my own understanding, not that I believe you or even believe him. You will write your name here, you will sign here and it. Give her, you write your name where there is a complainant place there. And
Yeah, but this guy does not owe me 35,000. My money is above that. I can't just lose. I'm losing from the dining chair that he made because that was not what I chose. And he's coming again to claim that he's owing me, that I'm owing him 35,000.
Madam, can you give me your proof?
You said
Can you give me your proof that this guy is not owing you such amount?
that this guy is not owing me
35,000, that is not the balance. Can you give me your proof of
Okay,
your
you should
claim?
bring the proof that I'm owing him.
No, you are the one saying that.
Because
You
I
said
paid
give
all
me
his
the
money.
proof.
I paid everything in
Yes, ma'am.
cash.
If there is argument, tell him
Okay.
to give you Oga Ola number. The man that has handled this case before. The man will clear you everything that you are
I
about
can
to
bring
pay
his
everything.
number. I can bring his
Let
number.
call the man. The man will tell you how much I'm
Okay, then
owing
one,
him.
take a case bomb.
The president has just
I'm on live.
started. Ma, please give us the proof. Just that. So that he can make the things go faster.
We never did anything with, like, every other money I did with him was through cash. Everything was through cash. So there was nothing came up with like
And
he was
nobody in between.
that.
No intermediary that can actually say yes.
These people here, they know I paid him cash. Like, I don't believe in owing people. Like, once I'm doing something with somebody, everybody I've bought something from,
Madam,
I pay them cash.
Please, you are taking my own time. I have other things I'm doing. Just go and learn. If this cannot favor you, then henceforth stop paying people cash. Even in Nigeria, we have cashless policy. So stop paying all this cash. You have your bank, go and do transfer. And that is where
Does he have a
evidence
bank
should
account? That's what you're asking. He doesn't
Should
have
I-
a
You
bank
can pay
account.
through anybody. Every woman they now have a bank
of 50,000
account.
with my account.
To where?
To
her.
her.
So how did you
Please.
say he don't have bank account?
I've asked him before.
Madam,
said he
sign
doesn't
this
have-
thing, please. Let me do other thing, please. Please. Either of you that is owing each other that refuse to pay, it's only God that will judge both of you. If you are owing her, you just come to this office to lie.
God,
You are a handwork person.
Yes.
You are left to the hand of God to judge you. If she's the one owing you, trying to intimidate you, It's only God that will judge her. I'm only speaking based on my own physical what is it called, understanding of the case. There is no evidence from both of you that I can stand on against her or against you. I'm saying based, I concluded on this case based on my own understanding of from both of explanation. And I must stand for fair hearing and to ensure both rights are protected. If she had provided any information here that she paid money to you through an account and this is the quotation you gave to her, you will not have any reason to deny anything here. And if you have given us any proof that you acknowledge 220,000 from her and this is the balance or she has totally paid and she's claiming, then we'll not have to fight for against her, for you against it. But in a situation like this, where none of you have any proof to demand your to claim your whatever here, then there's nothing I can do. I'm equally handicapped.
No, but for the dining table, because that's what I'm still insisting on. If he had made what I wanted.
All right, thank you, viewers, for being with us kindly.